What's up, guys? We are live. We're gonna be messing with some new settings today, so I am definitely gonna be watching this like a hawk. We're using a lot more. We're using a my bad, I'm blanking out. We're using a bigger bit rate right now, so we'll see how the stream looks. What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome to another Saturday grid stream. Today's gonna be a fun one because we're gonna talk about a little Connect today. We're just gonna talk a little Stadia. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna do some races. We're gonna do a lot of cool stuff, but I have some cool things to talk about as well. I am gonna be hosting on top of hosting the Tuesday live stream of the Connect here on the channel, I'm also going to be hosting a birthday stream. I'm really excited about this. A birthday stream on the 20th. No, that's my birthday date. I don't know when I'm going to do it yet. Either the 18th, 19th, or the 20th itself. I'm kind of leaning towards the 18th. Not sure yet. We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be the 19th. But I'm going to be doing a birthday stream, and I have 5 games to give away. Now, if you're a member of the channel, you're going to be in your own giveaways. I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. If I'm going to do 3 games to the members and 2 games for all the subscribers, including the members. We have 5 games to give away and 2 physical items. We have the Eddie case, the Stadia controller case, and then another cool Stadia related item. So we got a lot of cool stuff happening in the coming weeks right now. I'm really excited. But let me go ahead and say what's up to all you guys in the chat. UT looks like he's working today. Good to see you. What's up, Steve? How's it going, man? Share Stadia in the house. How are you doing, sir? Good to see you. We got Alessandro, Granite, Boyd. It's David, Blue Demon, Adam Jones, Irving, Ron, Holtz, Vegas, Grant. How's it going? Dino, Cyprin. It's been a while, Cyprin. How are you doing? What's up? I didn't see you on the Let's chat, I think on Wednesday. Spacey, how's it going? Ilsum, Spaghetti, and Irving. What's up, guys? How's it going? So we're doing a little grid today, man. So hop in here if you guys want to play. I know grid isn't the coolest game right now. Everyone's playing a little bit F1. Let me tell you, I played some F1 yesterday for about, I don't know how many hours, and I enjoyed the crap out of it. The game is so good. It's just such a good game. It's such a good game. If you guys haven't tried out F1, man, oh man, it is so fun. What's up, Martin Honda? How's it going? What's up? Which case do you recommend for Stadia? You know, I haven't looked into a lot of cases, but I'm giving one away on the birthday stream here. You have the O'Reilly case for my controller. I got it on Amazon. Nice, Ron. What's up, Colin? Well, we're gonna give this let's give this another few more minutes. Let me go ahead and go full screen here with you guys. Let's give this a couple minutes. Appreciate you guys coming out today. Really fun. We have a lot of cool things to talk about today. Man, oh man, I want to talk the Connect today. Not just the Connect, but let's talk Stadia, man. There's a lot of cool stuff happening. I'm really excited. So I fix this mic. How's everyone doing though? There's a lot of you guys come out every week. How are you guys doing? Grant, how's life? Ron, you guys been busy. Ron, how's work been for you, man? Cyprin, time difference. I was sleeping during your Let's Chat, but watched it the next day. Nice. All right. I missed you there. Love the chatting session on Wednesday. I think we're going to start doing that every week. You guys know that I stream Mondays and Wednesdays on Twitch. Maybe what'll happen is it'll be Mondays Twitch, Wednesdays YouTube, if it can happen. It depends usually a lot on a lot of content. Like for instance, this week, I expect so much content to drop that the videos are going to have to take over a little bit. So it would make more sense for me to be on Twitch. So interchangeable on Wednesdays. Maybe I'll be on YouTube. Maybe I'll be on Twitch. So watch out for that. Mondays will, I think, always stay Twitch for the most part. So Ron, I'm doing really good. Work has been busy. All right. Hey, what's up, Harry? Hey, man, I made a game on Crata called Existential Crisis. Nice. Please check it out sometime. Let me know what you think. Have a good day. I haven't hopped on Crata. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You guys are gonna hear it in the chat. You guys know I'm honest. I don't think the creative people like me. I don't think they like me over there. I'm gonna have to reach out to them. Maybe they're watching this stream. You guys feel free to reach out to me at Creta. I don't think you guys like me. Maybe it had to do with my Twitter poll where I said I literally just made a poll and said, hey, all right, let's go ahead and start this race up. We'll just start it with 17. I said, how many people are liking Creta? And it was a pretty split vote between like 60 votes. Maybe they didn't like that. I don't know. A lot of people not digging the Creta though. I need to invite a few buddies and try and get them across to try Stadia. Absolutely. My dad and sister are going to be trying to play for 5. Ooh, Spacey. Nice. That's awesome. Ron says, I haven't played Creta for a week. How are you guys enjoying it? I haven't hopped in it. My thing was I wanted to wait until more games were created to really kind of get the full scope of the game. And I haven't seen your guys' games. So cool to let me know that your game is working and doing good. I'm going to have to check it out and see how these games are. Oh my God, guys. I've been playing F1 too much. This is hard. This is really hard right now. Oh my goodness. Romello, yes, anybody can play, man. Anybody can play Grid. Anybody. Just hop in, go to multiplayer session, look for my session, and then just hop in. What's up, Iman? How's it going? How's it going? So let's talk some Connect, guys. If you guys are watching, I think creative games need more time, but the games are definitely improving so much more styles and effects. Yeah, it looks like the games are getting really interesting. There's a couple I think some Brian, right? The YouTuber. He did a Flores lava game. It looked pretty sweet. Can we make a poll among the viewers to see how many people have F1 on Stadia? Maybe organize a race at the end of the grid stream. Yeah, we could do that. It sounds like F1 hasn't been working though for a lot of people. Like the multiplayer session, I think Steve, who's watching, said that he's got kicked out a couple times, right? Was I reading that correctly? Let me know how many of you guys got F1, and maybe we can play some F1 right at the end of the stream. I'm down to do that. David, you play Plus. What's your prediction? I don't think you play Plus is coming, man. Not this Tuesday. I think Uplay Plus is coming to Stadia. I have no doubts about that. I just don't think it's coming right now. I just don't see it. It's only on the PC at the moment, right? It's not even on the other consoles. Am I wrong on that, or am I right? Let me know. I think it's not even on the other consoles. So if it's not even on the other consoles, I don't see it coming to Stadia first before everywhere else. But like I said, I could be wrong. You haven't gotten F1 yet, but I hear it's awesome. Do you guys highly recommend it? I absolutely highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. My goodness, I'm gonna be playing that game all year. Like, it's gonna be one of my like go-to games all year. It is a ton of fun. Like, and it's crazy because I played it on Monday and I didn't know what I was doing. I know what I'm doing a little more now. I still don't really know what I'm doing, but there's like these long practice sessions to get a feel for the track and really prepare for the race. And I'm finding myself putting in even a crazy amount of time in practice, which is insane, just so I can prepare myself for the race. So it's really in depth. It's a little easy though if you leave it on the easy, like the easy difficulty, the default difficulty. It's not too easy for me, but in general, I think a lot of people are acing the game right now. So David says it's only on PC. Yeah, it's not coming to Stadia so soon. But you know what though? If Uplay Plus came to Stadia on Tuesday, if they announced it, or Sunday, that might be what they announced on Sunday. You might never know. Oh, my bad, Jones. I just threw you into the wall. Oh man, might want to turn off the damage for F1 grid players. I know, that's a good point, Rose, and I didn't think about that. No, guys, I think everybody who's playing F1 right now oh my god, understands that it's a game that you can't crash into other players. It's not like Grid. So if you enjoy the crashing part of like these races in Grid, F1 is not that at all. As a matter of fact, you can get kicked out of the race for being excessive on that. So you don't want to crash into other people. F1 is my second favorite game on Stadia after AC Odyssey. Yeah, I hear you on that. F1 is so good. You're playing F1, this is so different. I know I'm struggling a little bit. I can't get the handles of it right now. Lucas, how can I play with you? If you check, I don't know, do I have in the description the instructions? I don't know if I deleted the instructions, but basically you just join up, hop on Grid, Lucas, go to multiplayer session, find my lobby. It should be out of 40 players. It's the most populated, and then you just join. Whether you're on the Chrome browser or the Chromecast. Oh my God. Romello, is GTA 5 coming to Stadia? Gonna be on Stadia? I don't know, man. If I had to guess, it's not coming. I don't see it. I don't see GTA 5 coming. That's probably one of the most often questions I get. I don't think it's coming. There's a link in the description. What's there a link for? Do you know? What's up, Jem? How's it going, man? Don't think GTA 5's coming. I don't see it coming too. I just don't. It's a bit of an older title. I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Oof, ran into the wall. Spacey, what did I miss? You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything, man. We're just hanging out here. I feel like I'm driving a little better, like the first like 30 seconds of the race, but I feel like F1's taught me to be a little bit more be a little bit more precise. I feel like I'm being precise today. Or I'm just crashing into walls. Just kidding. You are pretty talented playing, keeping up and chatting like that. Thank you. Usually I can't keep up with the playing and the chatting typically, so I'm not that good, but I appreciate it. But yeah, guys, man, oh man, Connect coming here in a couple days. I see a lot of you guys are talking about wanting to see some YouTube streaming features. That seems to be the main one everyone's talking about. People want to see all these features. You guys want to see all these games, and I'm not gonna lie, they're doing a good job right now in my opinion. Thank you for that sub. That's a Twitch sub. Thank you for the Twitch sub. They're doing a great job right now, in my opinion. Just saying, hey, such and such games coming out, or not, they're not such and such games coming out, but that they're going to be focusing on the games, and they're really making it seem like just from the little that they put out that they have some good stuff coming. So I'm a little worried because I feel like they're giving us this indication to expect quite a bit in terms of the game. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Grant says I want family share. Yeah, family sharing is going to be massive. I hope, my honest opinion, and I've said this a few times, is that I hope that these features that already should have been on Stadia, I hope they're just kind of talked about in like a community update on maybe on Tuesday, but that they focus the majority of the Connect presentation. And I'm a little confused slightly because I don't know if it looks like it's going to be featured in several places. My thing is that the Summer Game Fest is looking to feature them as well. So but I know that they've been trying to put us on their YouTube channel too, so we're gonna see how that looks. But for sure, I think there's gonna be, like I said, a lot of new eyeballs that are watching this presentation. Whether they're gonna hate on Stadia as the presentation's going is a whole different story. But if it's just going off the website and it's not going off like Twitch and all that stuff, which I still need some clarification on, then maybe there won't be as many new eyeballs that I think. But I am hoping that they will be on Twitch and they'll be showcased, even if it's just a handful, a good 10,000 people, 5,000 people. Hopefully they do enough and they show, like I said before, maybe a presentation. Oh my God, a presentation of their first party titles. Romello says, are you getting 2K21 this year? Yes, 1000%. I always get it so I can inform you guys how much of a ripoff it's gonna be. Literally, it's always a ripoff. 2K20 is a joke. So hopefully 2K21 is not gonna be as big of a joke. I'm a huge basketball fan. Huge. I'm pretty sure, I hope this isn't blasphemous and all of you guys don't hate me, but I'm a bigger basketball fan than I am a video game fan. So I love my basketball. I love playing video games that have basketball, obviously. But the 2K franchise is a joke. They're an absolute joke. And they honestly, like, I don't know, for me it's almost criminal how they run that game and how they I mean, there's a supporter watching this channel. I'm not gonna say his name just in case, not that he kept it a secret because he said it on Discord, but he said he spent over $1,000 on virtual currency so he can play the different characters that he wants to play. And I don't blame him, because if you don't spend money in that game, you're not competitive with other people. Like, it's literally physically impossible. It doesn't matter how good you're at the game. There's just such a gap in between the power levels of the characters, and the biggest aspect of that game is the player versus player interaction. So I am going to get the game, I'm going to cover it, and I'm probably going to be critical because I doubt they're changing any of their practices. And every year I almost recommend people to just wait for a sale, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm open to be blown away every year like I always am. I was never really getting into racing games apart from F-Zero, but I found Dirt 4 to be really fun. I like the fact that F-Zero on the X64 sacrificed their graphics so they could do the 60 FPS. Yeah, that's the cool thing, is we're going to be getting Dirt 5 here on Stadia. One thing that I have to mention too, I've been playing F1 2020, and it's amazing how I can forget that I'm even playing over the cloud, because let me tell you, compared to Grid, and maybe some of you guys that have been playing F1 2020, you can let me know in the chat. For me, F1 is way more fast-paced. It's not even close. Like, some of the turns, and it makes sense because here it looks like, what, I'm going 100 miles an hour, right? And there you're going 300 miles an hour, but I can feel that speed. Oh my god, I thought I was about to get killed there. So it's literally night and day. It's so quick, it's so fun, and it's an amazing game in terms of realizing you're playing on the cloud and seeing how it goes. Sounds good, starting to get such a huge backlog of good games. Hard to justify more cash for a bigger library. Yeah, but F1 is that game. Got to keep in mind though, F1 is a simulation racer though. If you don't like simulation, if you like more arcadey, F1 is absolutely not for you. Does anyone know if the PS head? Grant says I want family sharing. I read that. My live stream lagged out for me. I had a YouTube video open. Yours is Streamlabs. Yeah, Steve is streaming, guys, if you guys want to see a different perspective. I feel like the Connect will be overhyped and not many new games and things will be announced. You're not wrong, Spacey. I could definitely see that happening without a doubt, without an absolute doubt. And I think that's my biggest worry. And I think it's going to happen. I think we're all going to be a little bit disappointed. My expectations have been low, but I feel like that the way that they're presenting it with just the little tweets that they presented, it feels like they got some good stuff planned. And, you know, that's their job, to hype up this Connect, to probably disappoint us in the end. So we'll see how it goes. Warzone better than Fortnite. Absolutely. That's without a doubt. Anyone a fan of Hyperscape? Blue Fire, dude. I'm a huge fan of Hyperscape. I love Hyperscape. I hope that tomorrow we hear that it's coming to Stadia. Been playing Stadia for a couple of weeks via the browser. While it looks a bit meh, everything else has been great. So would you recommend getting a CCU because I've read Stadia performs better? Colin, yes. Without a doubt. Absolutely get a Chromecast Ultra, but wait until they announce the new Sabrina and see what that's all about before you buy the new Chrome. But yes, overall, absolutely recommend it. If you check OfferUp, sometimes you can find them a little cheaper as well. You can find a cheap version of the regular Chromecast Ultra, and yeah, your games will probably look better. I have that case where sometimes my games don't look as good on the browser as they do on the Chromecast Ultra. So yes, I would absolutely recommend it. 2K21 is going to be better. Romello, how do you know that? Like, they don't showcase anything about the game until like a week before it releases. Everything they do angers me. And it's just like, I'm not talking about all of 2K, like the side that handles Borderlands, all that other, the publishing side. I'm talking freaking NBA 2K developers and publishers, probably the publishers. I don't play Warzone as much as Fortnite. just because every update I have to delete games on my Xbox. I know, that's why it would be such a big game on Stadia, because of how ridiculous it is. Thank you for the 5, J Stroke. Thank you for that 5 Canadian, it looks like, right? Thank you for the 5, man. Much appreciated. I don't know where my alerts are. Go off alerts. Or am I just that ahead of the alerts? Thank you for that. I would say it's definitely better on the CCU. Yep. Orlando Magic fan, nice. Or Lakers. I was born Lakers fan. This sounds like you described EA and FIFA. Is that right? There it is. There's my donation. Pop up. 2 days left. I'm hyped. Nice, man.
2 days left. I am hyped.
I'm hyped too. I'm hyped too. Can live stream today, so it's a little lagged up. That sucks, man. Don't shoot me. Never watch NBA. I like 2K more than FIFA. So I described the FIFA franchise too with everything I was just saying. That's funny. The WWE game looks either really damn good or really horrible, but I'm cautiously optimistic. So I have to look, UT, who's making the Battlegrounds game? Like, I have to look at who the developer is. But the 2K20, like, or sorry, not the NBA 2K20, but the WWE 2K franchise was absolutely horrific this past iteration. It was a complete abomination. The bugs that they had. This is, I don't know if this is just like the yearly games, like the NBA and the WWE, but it was just so bad. But I'm a wrestling fan, man, and it's kind of tragic how crappy these WWE games have been. I mean, there's every year I get almost stars in my eyes to be like streaming it and featuring and showcasing it, and it just always ends up coming out so bad that I don't even want to spend $1 on it. Versus like the NBA stuff, I end up doing it just because I'm just too big of a basketball fan. So yeah, we'll see. The Battlegrounds game looks arcadey. It doesn't look like I'm gonna like enjoy it for too much. Oh my God, Steve, get out of the way, buddy. Oh no. Oh no. How much games do they still need to announce to get the goal? That's a good question. I think they're only at like a good halfway point, Blue. To get the 120 games, I think they're only at like 50 or something. Maybe 60. Are you gonna get the new WWE game? Yes. I mean, I'm gonna play every game, guys, so I can cover it for you guys, so you guys see how they look and how they run on Stadia. So every game I'm gonna get, and with all these donations, exactly like Jay Stroke's donation, I take all that cash, all of it goes back into the channel, whether it's with a game or it's equipment. None of this goes to me, so I appreciate all these donations. Would love more Ubisoft and Uplay, and I'm playing with one hand right now, it's not working out. Would love Ubisoft, Uplay Plus, and Mass Effect Trilogy. Those would be pretty cool. I'd love to see the Mass Effect Trilogy. I don't think I played the last one all the way through, but I beat the first and the second. I love Mass Effect. My favorite's Mass Effect 1. I don't know which guys is your favorite, but my favorite was the very first one. Everyone's favorite's typically number 2. I played Crew 2 all week. Was wondering why my boost button wasn't working. Oh man, you were playing Crew 2 all week with F1 and oh man, I like Crew 2, but it's like a whole different flavor to racing, and I totally always recommend it. It's just, I don't know, I love the simulation part of F1. I love the seriousness because I've always been into those types of games in sports franchise, basketball, American football, soccer. If there's like if you can train your character, if you can go through the rigors of a season, if you can get sponsorships, if you can sign a basketball deal, like a shoe deal, like I love that type of stuff. So simulation, I tend to lean towards simulation type than arcadey type, but I hope they do a package with a black controller. It's the only one that I need right now. Nice. I really want the plain black one too, the plain black controller. That's like the one I want the most, more than like the wasabi and all that. Daryl, you almost had 4T spun out. Well, today should be pretty good. We got about 30 people in today right now, so you got a good chance to get top 10. Garrick says your new video about cloud gaming features was awesome. Thank you for that, Garrick. Much appreciated. I can't take all the credit as UT just comes in with the donation as I was just the timing of that donation. Thank you for the 3 Canadian UT. The timing of that is just I was about to say his name. He helped me come up with the third of that video with the green portion of it, and I really appreciate that, UT. He gave me the idea. If you guys ever have ideas for videos that are good ideas, or even if they're dumb, feel free. Not that you would know, but feel free to let me know, and I might take your idea and run with it, and I'll be giving you credit. Absolutely. Right now, this past week, Stadia news was a bit slow, so it worked out for me. And then tomorrow's video is going to be another non-Stadia video, and you guys will see what it's about. We'll see how many of you guys are interested in that one. Keep in mind, always cloud gaming though. No cheating on Stadia is a big selling point. Yeah, it is. It's pretty big. I agree the black controller looks sick. Does it look sick? Yeah, it does. Excellent. Gonna go in on the CCU and controller. I've got high hopes for Stadia. That's awesome, Colin. Honestly, Colin, you're making a good investment, man. You really are. Stadia, I wouldn't tell you that if I had, like, honestly, I don't have any doubts, man. The biggest thing everyone likes to say is, oh, you know, it's not gonna work, or it's gonna fail. So, you know, Google is, once they see that the numbers aren't there, they're gonna drop the service like they have everything else. And I just don't see it. There's too much evidence in the other direction. There's just so much investment going on in cloud gaming. Almost universally is accepted as the future of gaming by developers. We're not talking about, you know, Xbox fans and PS. Those are the ones you listen to with the highest voice about this stuff. We're talking the people who make games, the people who publish games. They're the ones saying that cloud gaming is the future. You're making a good investment in Stadia, and I'm personally excited myself. And this is me telling you this, knowing I can always branch out somewhere else. So it's not a big deal for me. I don't have a stake in the game like some people might think. The next WWE games reminds me of WWE All-Stars. Yep, exactly. How can I join your race? Henry, if you go to multiplayer session in grid, go to, I think, yeah, it's multiplayer session. Look for my lobby. So I don't know if I have the instructions in my description. No, I don't. Did I take it out? No, I do. Go to my description down below, and there's instructions on how to join the race. WWE 2K is better. Bobby Lashley is my favorite. Really? Bobby Lashley's your favorite wrestler? Wow, that's a first. I've never met a Bobby Lashley fan. Pretty cool, man. I always I like hearing that. I like hearing that. I don't talk a lot of wrestling, but I know a lot about it. Granted, I haven't watched it in like 8 months. All right, let's change this up real quick. Let's keep talking some Stadia, hanging out with you guys. By the way, guys, a birthday stream. By the way, another thing too I didn't mention, there's a really awesome racing community. I'm not in charge of this racing community. This is a cool run by Stadia fans, Stadia users. If you're into racing games, you want to play the Crew 2, you want to play the new F1 with other players. If you want to join something more serious, there's a really cool Discord. Check it out. I think I have a link down below. Thank you for that. Thank you for that donation, Steve. Much appreciated for the $2, man. I'm gonna take your $2 and use it for some future games. Thank you, Steve. Much appreciated. I'm bad at simulation racers. I love arcade. I hear you. That sounds about right after your shooting escapades on Wave Break. You know, the technical part's a little hard for you, Jim, but the mindless stuff makes sense. I told you, been practicing 10 plays. Good stuff. Good stuff, brother. Stadia works but needs more games. Couldn't agree more. F1 is good, but I've been having audio issues. Yo, I've had no audio issues. The closest thing to audio issues on F1 is the game sometimes just is so loud in my headset. Cyprin says F1 ruined grid for me. It feels slow and drives so bad. I wouldn't say grid drives bad, but it feels slow, which is for me kind of a good thing. But I'm telling you, man, F1 is I couldn't recommend that game more. It's so good. My favorite mode in F1 is time trials. I love the leaderboards. Yeah, I actually experienced the well, is it time trials? There's like something in the career mode or in the my team mode that has you going through checkpoints. I don't know if that's what you mean, but I did enjoy that. Free Horizon says, I really appreciate how you don't curse or use profanity in your streams. Your reactions seem genuine and aren't over the top like so many other streamers. Thank you for that, Free Horizon. Much appreciated. I do every once in a while, let out a cuss word. It is by accident and I always apologize. So I can't say that I never ever cuss. I don't usually cuss in real life either. So it's not like I'm holding myself back. So it's usually like a reaction that just like, if you hear me cuss, it's just because I just got completely thrown off typically. So I don't cuss in real life either. My wife would hate me on that one. You going live tomorrow? Oh, no, I'm not, Blue Fire Demon. Not for the Ubisoft. I'm not going live. Eddie Player One, if you ever checked out his channel, he covers Stadia. He will be going live. That's the cool thing with Sunny. He's always got the time for everyone and always honest. Exactly. At least I try. Thank you for that, Grant. Henry, you're going to join in a few. Sweet, man. We're almost full, guys. Almost 40 players. I didn't think we'd get close to 40 today. I think everyone else is just going to be experiencing so much other stuff. And then with F1, I wouldn't be surprised some people don't even want to come back to grid, like Cyprin, for instance. Everyone flips Sunny. Well, someone's trying to flip me. Oh my god, I can't even drive right now. Man, Stadia is where it's at. I may have to jump on here next time, coming from grid 1 and 2 for the PS3. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Romello says, did you ever play Red Dead? Not only have I played Red Dead, it's my most played game on Stadia. I think I have close to 100 hours on it. I'm pretty sure a third of those hours are me leaving the game on by accident. I'm like 1,000% sure on that. I've been gaming for 30 years. 30 years. 2000, so that would be what, 19... my math is hard. So that'd be 1990. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I was thinking to myself, how long has gaming been around? But it's been around probably close to 40 years. So I have seen everything and owned almost everything in that time. But Stadia has been the most impressive so far. When you think about what's going on here, playing a fast-paced game like this, Colin, the speed, I mean, F1, like I said, F1 has got to be the fastest game I've played on Stadia in terms of just what's happening on my screen and how fast things are reacting. I'm literally like the last 24 hours I'm playing, and I played for hours on end, because you could play a shooter and it's like, it's just, you don't get that feel necessarily of this is insane. I'm playing on the cloud like I did yesterday playing with F1 2020. The car's going so fast, and every little like mess up that I do, if I just, my joystick just goes in the wrong direction, my car will fly off the track. I couldn't agree more how impressive it is that we're playing on the cloud, how quickly everything reacts. I mean, it's insane. And wow, it's just, this is why I like Stadia, guys. This is exactly why, because if you're gonna, if I'm a PC gamer or I'm a console gamer, and this is one of the things that worries people the most, is the latency part of it. They think the biggest misconception of not Stadia but cloud gaming in general is that if you're cloud gaming, there's just going to be this huge gap from when you press a button to the button happening on screen. And that is what makes Stadia so impressive, because it's the best, in my opinion, in that department. You just don't notice it. At least I don't. So it's just, it's insane. So I couldn't agree with you more. Well, they have a Connect every month. No, they don't, Bobo. They usually do this every couple months. Now, this Connect coming here on the 14th is actually pretty soon. We had a Connect essentially May 1st, because it happened at the absolute end of May or April, and then it was literally just a couple days until May. So it's only been about 2.5 months, maybe teetering close to 3, but it won't even be officially 3 months since the last Connect. So they're actually coming back with this Connect really quick, which is why a a part of me is preparing myself for a bad Connect, just because in my mind I'm like, okay, they're launching this Connect pretty quick, and people don't realize how quick these Connects have been from the last one to this one. But in my mind, I'm thinking if it doesn't go super good, they can still announce another Connect before November. But a lot of things need to happen from here until November, before the next gen releases, to make me feel even more confident about what roadmap they're going down. And I'm hoping that we get a good, clean look into that future here. What do you think when do you think Uplay Plus will come to Stadia? When you see it launched, possibly with all the other systems. When you see it on the consoles and stuff, we're like, I'm pretty sure we're like the last priority. We'll see Uplay Plus, but I wouldn't be surprised until it's launched fully on every other platform. Then we'll see it. So whenever that may be. So if I had to give a time frame, I'd say maybe within the next 6 months. I'm struggling with Grid, not only control but car bashing from others. I know. Colin says I'm old. You're not old, man. Unless you're about an 80-year-old man, I think you're good. Yeah, move from Grid to F1, then have to finish F1 before Grid. Codemasters totally got me locked with them. Yeah, I agree, Holtz. Codemasters has been killing it. The only thing is they have their issues with bugs in their games, but they've been doing a good job with fixing them. Hit the B button, Stadia controller, drift around those deep corners for pure sweetness. Lord of the Jungle. Thank you. I don't know if you're giving me tips, but appreciate it. I'm too old. I used to play games on the Atari 2600 and Commodore. No, you guys are not. You guys are anything but old yet. Maybe when you start hitting that 7080 number, you can start to feel a little old, but you guys are still young guns right now. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but Stadia will 100% be my next generation gaming platform if they do a Gen 2. Yo, Zen Arts. I mean, Gen 2 is going to be... I don't know. There's kind of like... I think people are thinking that Gen 2 is going to be this thing where Stadia comes out and I could be wrong. Maybe they'll do this, where they announce there's Gen 2 and it's like this... You're moving from one upgrade to the other, but really, I think it's going to be a more passive approach. I think games... Like maybe next year, by this time next year, every game launching might be on this second gen. You're just going to notice the visuals. You're going to see that next gen feel in what you're doing in terms of what you're playing. You'll see it visually from your end. You'll just see it all there. You'll see like maybe the ray tracing and stuff like that. So you're good, man. You don't have to upgrade. I think you're doing the right thing for sure. Sticking with Stadia, you won't have to pay for those upgrades, and I think it's smart. And going forward, I mean, like I said this the other day, in this climate right now, there is a segment of people who are struggling right now for cash right now. Maybe they lost their jobs. The virus has hit quite a few people, but people still like their gaming. From what I saw a statistic the other day, this was like an article. I don't remember where I saw it, but right now, gaming, the amount of money spent on gaming has actually gone up from this time last year by quite a bit, because a lot of people are stuck at home. They're gaming. Stadia is such a great alternative right now. You'll get that next gen experience. Oh my goodness. You'll get that next gen experience, and you won't have to worry about buying a new console box and spending all that money. The downside is, and there's a downside, is you just don't know which games will be on that Gen 2. Maybe they do announce it, like I said. Maybe the game that you want won't be on Gen 2. Maybe it will be. That's really the only downside. And I have to mention a downside. I can't give all positives and give it rose colored glasses on everything. But, give this like a year. Another year from now, I think it's going to be a different ball game. Everything will be on Gen 2, because we don't know how these games, how long they've been developing. In regards to maybe like Capcom, maybe they've been developing a game since Stadia launched, because we know they've been working with them. Monster Hunter maybe won't be releasing on a Gen 2. It'll be on, Gen 1 or something. So just to give you guys an example. The controller rumble is harsh. Give me more mindless games. I hear you, Gem. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Gem. Grid has a lot of crashes. Only way to get rid of it is to get faster. That's true. My first gaming... What? What is that, Grant? Never even heard of it. My first gaming experience was the... What is that? Amstrad CPC 464. What? Oh my goodness. What's up, Brandon? Hit that notification. Thank you for that, Brandon. I've been playing Stadia for a month now, so I'm pretty new, but we'll keep it as my only console. That's sweet, Bobo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct, but that's sweet. Welcome to the channel, man. Good to see you on here. I do these every Saturday, man. Come hang out with me. Brandon, you're helping your family? Sweet, man. Wolfgang, hey, Sonny, keep on racing. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. I hope Stadia comes to India soon. I've been so hyped for this. The average broadband speed here is 35, and my unlimited pack is rated for 300. Oh my goodness. What the heck? You guys, okay. So I'm documenting this in my head. You guys from India, I've been told your internet has improved quite a bit. So you're telling me what your internet speeds, that's way more than enough to play Stadia. What are they waiting for? Can you guys get my homies down in India some love? It's my number one country asked for in my comments and all my videos. They absolutely, I hope that's what gets announced Tuesday. More countries. I hope it's an announcement. Hey, we've opened up to Stadia to this and this and this country. And I hope India's on that number one list for you guys. So thank you for coming on the channel. Thank you for watching. I can't wait. I'm going to be celebrating with you guys. Maybe I like get on a live stream and just celebrate with you guys when it happens, because man, it needs to happen. Presenta says, are you playing at 4K? No, I'm playing at 1080p. I actually looked up the other day what recommended internet I need for streaming to 4K, and I don't have the upload speeds, so I can't do it. Where am I on this? Here we go. Yeah, I want Project Car 3. Hope they have it by the end of the year. You guys bring out a lot of racing car games that I've never played. I'm kind of new to the racing genre, if I'm being honest, with Stadia. I've never really played a whole bunch of them. Back in the day, I played like Need for Speed, the one with you're like the cops and you're chasing the bad guys. That's about my racing experience where it goes. But yeah, man, Project Car 3. I think I know what you're talking about, though. That'd be an awesome game. Will we have to upgrade our CCU? No. Oh, you mean for the next gen? I don't think so, man. I don't think so, but I don't want to say anything and I could be wrong. Maybe for things like ray tracing, I don't know. Morgan says, guys, if you read haters writing Stadia is trash, know that they criticize just to do that. Even the PS4 Slim that I own has a lot of flaws, but it's nice. For me, it's boring. Stadia is improving. Yeah, Morgan, I've been saying this every week, man. People who say things like they if you see them say Stadia is trash, you know, either ignore them or ask them why. Ask them why they think it's trash, and then literally just talk to them. Say, what's going on? What is it? Why do you think it's trash? And just talk to these people in a calm manner and see where it goes. Because a lot of these people are just people who don't want to see cloud gaming. And if that's the case, you can't really talk to them. And that's fine. And let that segment be, you know. But guess what? There is half the gaming that's done in the world. Half of it is mobile. So there's a lot of people, like a crap ton of people, who don't give a flying F. I'm not cursing. They don't care. They don't give a flying poop about they don't care about consoles. They don't care about an Xbox. They don't care about a PS4. They just want to launch a game and play. That's the segment of people that Stadia is trying to target. So just keep that in mind. There's a huge market for them here since most people do not get consoles here. I know that more than like anybody. There is a huge segment, and that's why it's one of the things that I want to see the most is Stadia launching in other countries, because like always, if a lot of people are using Stadia, then it makes it easier for publishers and developers to want to come over and get their games on board. It is so critical that we do get all these countries, especially one like India, where pretty much mobile gaming completely and utter dominates. That is why I said it myself right just a minute ago. I would literally celebrate if it went to India and other places, and that would be a huge milestone. So let's hope they're working on it. Xbox pads have mostly been sold out on Amazon over the past couple months. Lots of game rage. I know what you're talking about because I got a PlayStation 4 controller to play PS Now, and apparently all the used ones are like sold out everywhere. And I got lucky because they sent me a controller, a bad one, which was the unlucky part. It was a really crappy controller. It looked like it had some like inappropriate white stuff on my controller, and it was gross. And so I went and I sent it back, or I traded it at a GameStop that happened to have just gotten a controller to trade with me. But I was pretty furious because it was disgusting. And that's GameStop for you. Bunch of bums. AC Odyssey and the crew on Stadia are waiting for wait, what? Morgan says AC Odyssey and the crew on Stadia are fire, waiting for Kona. Don't know why. Kona looks pretty decent. Looks pretty decent. Shadow PC with Stadia is the best experience. Why would you play Stadia with Shadow? That's kind of interesting. I play 10 megabits, no problem. Nice, Morgan. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, are you playing at 720? Does Australia have decent speeds? I'm not sure, actually. I don't know that. Oh, shoot. Oh, man, I'm really behind in the chat. Where are your thumbs up, folks? Thank you, guys. It's funny that people are obsessing about Gen 1 and Gen 2 on Stadia when there could already be a Gen 1.7 where they add more RAM. I do find it's pretty interesting, Cyprin. It's... And not to dismiss those people. I'll never dismiss... It's just a segment of folks, Cyprin, who care about how their games look and how they run. And, you know, there's no real... We definitely... Like, I'm not one of those people, but... Like, if I'm having fun, I don't typically pay it... Like, I don't pay attention as much. Thank you for the dono. Or is it... What is this? Oh, thank you for that 5. Lord of... Oh, I got disqualified. Shoot. I can't see your full name right now. Lord of Jungle, thank you for the 5, man. Thank you. Much appreciated. So, I mean, it's just a segment of people who are looking to Stadia. They're looking for that power. They want to see those beautiful visuals, and they want it to stack up with everybody else. And I totally get that. And that's why I never mind answering those questions. Hold on, I got lost in the chat. Here we go. Thank you, Lord of the Jungle, for that 5 again. Thank you for that super chat. Like I said, guys, every dollar you guys give goes right back into the channel for games for me to cover. I really appreciate it. Like I said, we are in a climate right now where donating and doing those types of things is tougher. So I never, ever expected you guys just hanging out here, hitting the like button, hanging out here in the chat is all I ever need. But if you do more, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it so much. Thank you for the donation. Hey, Sonny, I'm working today showcasing houses. We'll miss one at Morgan. That's cool. All good, Taurus. Thank you for coming in though and hanging out. Have fun with that. My mother also is a realtor. She's showing houses today too. I think they do need some flagship hardware components too, since people like to show the hardware too. That's a good point, Basin. That's something that I mentioned the other day on Twitter. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, /SunnyCloudGames, I think. Follow me on Twitter. I talked about that. I put a message. Wouldn't it be cool if we saw like a new keyboard and mouse Wi-Fi combo that goes with Stadia for those that play on the Chromecast Ultra who just want to have that 100% best latency, or a brand new like Elite Stadia controller? I think would be pretty cool, like the equivalent of like the Elite Xbox controller. I think hardware like that is key, just to have it in stores, have it present, showcase Stadia and all its wonderfulness with the hardware it does have. But always keep it in mind too, always making sure that message out there that Stadia doesn't need hardware, which is the beauty. But I couldn't agree more. There's got to be hopefully some hardware down. Hopefully they're working on something right now. Basin says, I've been following for a while, man. Great videos. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Join the racing community Discord. Daryl Smock is correct. Check out that Discord. I have a link down below. They say it because not enough games in about 5 years it will be good, and indie games are not Wait, what? Are not American games not market for sports games in India games in Stadia? Yeah, Big Texas. I think I'm glad you're in the chat, Texas, because aren't you typically when I announce new games and I do videos for it, I think you're one of the first, right? Or at least in videos in the past, you've said that you're not impressed with the indie games that come out. And the thing is, there's a lot of people who think like that. I don't think because indie games do get announced for Stadia that we should be upset at it. I don't think we should have vitriol towards Google for this. I don't really understand that mentality specifically. Indie games have their place. There is a lot of people who like indie games. With that said, I totally understand that segment of group who don't want to see indie games. They want to see the big titles. I get that too. I think that we just got to be positive if we can. Remember, these indie games are developers, you know, they pour their heart and souls into these games, and a lot of these games, a lot of us, for instance, for me specifically, I put in tons of hours into these indie games. I typically put more hours overall in indie games than I do AAA titles, because AAA titles are almost always like copy and paste of another AAA title from its past. You rarely get any innovation with AAA titles. Indie games is where they do show some innovation. With that said, I fully understand that a lot of you guys want to see the graphics. You guys want to see that type of gameplay, and I get it. I hear you. Hopefully Stadia is going to be announcing some of that stuff here on the 14th. Oh God, what am I doing? Hold on, let me go ahead and edit these rounds real quick. Let's do that. One more. Oh, oval. Let's do some oval. In the rain. Got to do oval in the rain. Night rain, baby. Let's go. Let's launch. I have a friend who is a diehard PS4 fan, is playing Stadia more each week. That's awesome, Rosen. That's awesome. How did he get into Stadia? Out of curiosity, what is it that convinced him to give it a shot? Commodore 64. You guys are going old school. I don't even know a lot of the names of these old school systems you guys are talking about. I've never heard of them. I guess I'm a little younger. The thing with next gen consoles, if your TV does not have the 2.1 HDMI, it's going to be an expensive day. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Let's see, splash damage exclusive. Absolutely. My bad. Oh, let me catch up on the chat. I'm the oldest. I had a Specky. Oh God, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Specky 1648 Vic 20 C64 Dragon 32. Ancient. They sound super ancient. They sound like glorified calculators. I have a few friends. What's up, Krishna? I have a few friends who refuse to even try Stadia. That is a level of hatred of cloud gaming in general is dealing with. Most people are adamant. You are absolutely dead on, Krishna. You are so on the money on that. There is people who don't care what positives they see in cloud gaming. They could care less. You guys look like you're hand fighting with your cars right now. There is some people who will refuse, and you know what? Let them be, because guess what? The PS4 and Xbox, if they come out with any iterations down the line, they're going to be all digital consoles. They're just going to appease you by giving you something physical, but it's going to be a digital console. It's going to be cloud gaming anyways. Watch. Give it like in 10 years, that's what's going to happen. So right now they're fighting it hard, but fact of the matter is, this is going to be the future, and it could live alongside maybe consoles if it's still happening in 10 years from now. I mean, I have my doubts, but if it is, this is still just going to be another way of gaming for all those people who don't buy the consoles, who are just doing like mobile gaming, for example. And I know a lot of people who are invested in Stadia right now don't want to hear about mobile. They don't want to hear about playing on their phones. I get it, but those are the people that I think Google has been targeting and will be targeting down the line, which is why I think they've been trying hard to get as much access as they can to as many devices as they can, which we've seen lately with the big wave of titles that are essentially coming the second half of the year. Any update on when we're gonna play Stadia only PUBG? You said about a month ago that you will. Yeah, I've gone past it at this point, just because I haven't seen a lot of interest in PUBG. Big Texas, I haven't seen a lot of it, man. There's gonna be there might be a on the 14th there might be an announcement for another title that's whatchamacallit, a battle royale. If there is, then that would probably be more of the title that I'd be willing to. I'm personally not the biggest fan of PUBG, so we'll see what happens on the 14th if something happens there, because we tried doing some multiplayer shooting in Creta, and it's the gun portion of the game is not very good yet. Morgan says exactly 10 megabits on 720 Android and Chromecast on laptop is unplayable. The noise from loading games cassettes. Is it much difference playing with Wi-Fi or cable from modem? Bobo, I've never seriously played on Wi-Fi. I think a lot of people in the chat though play Wi-Fi, and they'll tell you their experience. I play with pretty much straight from my modem. With a cable. I really hope we can get Apex Legends or Hyperscape on Stadia. Swamp, those are one of my two biggest wishes as well. I'd love to see Call of Duty Warzone even before those two, and this is coming from a guy that put in a lot of hours in a Hyperscape when it was here. I think I put in a good 8 hours maybe. I loved Hyperscape. I don't see me playing it if it doesn't come to Stadia though. I might have loved it, but I played it in the test with the hopes that it is coming to Stadia and just kind of practicing. But if I find out it's like, if Sunday rolls around and they talk about Hyperscape and no Stadia launch, or if the 14th rolls around and there's no Hyperscape talk in terms of Stadia, then I'm not going to play it anymore, unfortunately. Even though I had fun with it, I just prefer to stay on Stadia for now. 3 days into the hype, I'm connect. Absolutely, Chairs. Lord of the Jungle, we appreciate you, my guy. Keep it up. Thank you for that donation, man. 4 gig HD Amiga 5 was bliss. Yo, what's up, Louis? How's it going? Henry, what's up? Too sad, but at least we have a fun time like Steam without worrying about space. Hey Sunny, would you ever consider doing a full playthrough a game on your channel, like a let's play style? RD, I've thought about doing a let's plays, but I thought about like starting up a new channel. You guys would have to let me know in the chat how interested would you be seeing me do a let's play, or would you prefer like a live stream on Twitch? I've thought about doing let's plays, a Stadia like let's play channel where I just play games, you know, and I just try my best to be entertaining and play the game. But in terms of this channel, I don't think you'll ever see a let's play on this channel, just because not a lot of people like watching that content. It's very few, so it's kind of like a niche crowd, and I don't want to fill up my content too much with videos that people aren't interested in. So it would have to be a whole new channel for that, like a whole new channel where it's literally dedicated to that, so people who want to see that will see it and not be bothered by it on their feed. I'd love a Stadia mouse and keyboard. Exactly, Swamp. Yeah, I would too, especially since half my games I played with a keyboard and mouse on Stadia. What about details of the Sabrina dongle playing at Stadia Connect? That would be cool. Haven't heard anything about that. I don't think that'll happen, but yeah, I haven't heard anything on that. Any chance you turn off player collisions for a round? It'd be nice not worrying about getting rammed in the first 10 seconds. That always gets requested. It's not fun. It would if I turned off like damage. I think that's what you mean. If I turned on damage, it would be for like one round, maybe at the end. Looking forward to PGA. I am too. PGA should be a lot of fun. It takes a long time to port big games. Yeah. I'm gonna hop on F1. There's a session starting. All right, Daryl. Thank you for coming in, man. But it takes way less time to port small indie games. Yep. Look at all the DQs on that race. I will buy a PGA too. I like golf, but don't play in real life. Yeah, I'm the same way, Ron. But I'm definitely gonna be playing some PGA. I've applied for it. We'll see if I get the game. Did I apply for it on Stadia? I think I did, and then I think they took it away, and then I think I applied again for like a different system just so I can cover it, so I know what I'm doing before I cover the Stadia version. We'll see though. The Destiny devs said that the porting Destiny 2 and Stadia was 6 months. That's right, they did say that. I think it varies, Swamp, though. It varies porting games over to Stadia. A lot of it is, you know, Linux based and all this other stuff, and in some cases some of these developers are more familiar with the tech that they're developing with versus they don't port, or they don't work with certain things, so then it takes them longer to, you know, get things over. So this is coming from a guy obviously that doesn't know his information in terms of development, but that's kind of the gist of it. Indie games is better than no games. That's kind of my stance too, Gem. That's literally my stance as well. It's like it's better than nothing. But people, when they see indie games, I feel like they rage because they really want to see those big AAA titles. Maybe they specifically want to see their title, whatever the case that may be. Oof. Meat Adventures, I was hoping they would announce at the home Google event on the 8th. Ron, I forget what his name is on Stadia. Have you played More Shapes and Beats? So Cyprid, I have not played More Shapes and Beats, but on my birthday stream I am going to be playing More Shapes and Beats because I have 4 codes of Shapes and Beats to give away. So I'm going to be giving away those codes to you guys. I'm excited to give those. I'm excited because I'm going to play the game and showcase it. And let me tell you something, you're never going to see me more animated playing a video game than you will see me playing freaking Shapes and Beats. You guys should see me off stream playing Shapes and Beats. I'm literally screaming at my TV, man. It's such a fun freaking game. And I love the music on there. It's just double win. It really is. Boyd says I gotta go. It was a blast. Catch you on the flip side, Sonny. All right, man. Take care, Boyd. Thank you for coming on the stream though and hanging out with me. Much appreciated. Can we do terminal damage or whatever it's called? If we did terminal, it'd have to be at the end. More people don't like being out of the race, guys. Just to let you know, the guys who always ask for terminal damage, more people don't like being crashed and out of the race staring at their screen. Just keep that in mind. I'm trouble adding people as friends on Stadia. Apple, you're having trouble with it? Oh shoot. My favorite oval. We're doing it, baby. It's the race after this one. Rosen says I was playing Stadia and the 1 free month. Bro, Rosen, is your son playing right now? Is he playing Grid? I was playing Stadia and the free 1 month pro got him shared after buying the new laptop. Oh, so he got to try it out. At least he was open-minded and tried it out and played it. So that's cool. I think that hold on, where was I think that a few more people will hate Stadia if Cyberpunk 2077 comes out because the PC upgrades are not cheap. Sorry for my bad English. No, don't ever apologize for your English at all, Blue Fire. If Cyberpunk comes out because the PC upgrades are not cheap. Oh, you mean okay, I read that wrong. You said a few people will get Stadia. See, that's one of the things that I've talked about with Cyberpunk and why I've always thought that it's such an important title to have on Stadia, because the fact that it's a title that is going to garner so much hype within the gaming community in general, I bet there's a segment of people who want to know what that hype is when it comes to a game like Cyberpunk. They don't own the PS4. Let's say maybe, like, I know this is really specific, but what if somebody, maybe because of the trouble, they're like, you know, they lost their job, they had to sell their systems. I mean, there's all sorts of circumstances where I see a game like Cyberpunk where people want to try it out on their phones because they don't own any of the consoles, they don't have the PC to play it. And I think Cyberpunk's a system seller. I do, and it's why, to me, I was so bummed out. Not just the biggest reason. The biggest reason as me as a gamer is I just love I've always loved it. It's the game that I've been looking forward to the most in many years, half a decade. And I think it would be a system seller. I think people would try Stadia to try Cyberpunk. And I think it's a big loss not to have it day and day with all the other consoles. But, you know, this isn't on Google, though. At times it's hard not to be mad at them, you know. Pretty sure Jade Raymond, if that's what she called it, said something about a big exclusive coming out in 5 years. I don't remember that exact quote. Hey Sonny, did I miss anything important? Had to mow the lawn. Phase, oh my god, how did I do this? No, you didn't miss anything important. You know me, I'm just talking, shooting the breeze with you guys. You haven't missed anything important, Phase. Appreciate you coming on though. Talking about phones, mobile gaming makes more money than Xbox, PC, and PC together. Exactly. It does. I think it does. Like I think combined, it does make more. It does make more money. Now, granted, we're talking people who do play casually as well. Maybe they play like those Tetris type games, whatever the heck they're called. I'm not much of a mobile gamer, but there is a big segment of people who would love to play some of these high quality AAA titles. They don't have a PC, a gaming PC. They don't have a console. They're going to be able to do it with Stadia, and you do need those big titles like a Cyberpunk to really find that alternative to playing those types of games. I think that too, they're difficult to convince, but like every innovation needs time to appeal to the mass. I love Stadia has been a variety. It's not too mainstream, that's why. Exactly, Morgan. I mean, Netflix took time, streaming TV shows and gaming took time, or streaming movies and TV shows took time. Gaming will just take its time as well. Gen 3, Gen 2 is the thing, guys. Yippee, top 10. Nice. Has to be full damage. Am I that far behind, or is it? Oh no, I'm actually catching up. Okay. I've fully quit mobile games after adopting Stadia, and that's the beauty, Zenart. Stadia it's so versatile. It can play on your PC, and you can play it like if you were PC gaming. You can play it on your TV like if you want to play it like a console, or you can play it on your phone. That's what's amazing about it, and just cloud gaming in general. What's up, Clive? How's it going, man? How are you? How's life going for you, Clive? Been loving the content, man. Keep it up, guys. Check out Clive's channel if you're looking for some more Stadia content. He's got excellent stuff going on. How do we even know EA is going to give Stadia anything? Yes, Gamer Hudson. They got 3 games announced: Star Wars, FIFA, and Madden NFL, and then 2 more games unannounced. I'm trying to convince a PS4 fanboy, which is in love with his AC series. I'm showing him Odyssey on my Android. He already wanted to try it. I mean, that's like I said, like I've been saying, Morgan, and I said it the other day, Stadia cloud gaming for people, that's one way to present it to people who are into their PS4s, Xboxes. Just say, homie, this doesn't have to be your main platform. You can use it as a supplement. Can you carry around your Xbox everywhere? I know they have some sort of game streaming, but that stuff is never all that great. I mean, at least last time I tried it. But I mean, Stadia gives you that ability to truly be mobile. You go to your friend's house, you throw on the if they have just okay internet, you don't even need that good internet really to run Stadia. You can play anywhere. I mean, it can just be a supplement to your gaming. It doesn't have to be your main course. Oh my god. All right, I've never seen that crash. If only there was clips like Twitch. Oh my god. But yeah, Morgan, that's cool that he's interested. PS4 fanboy's interested in a little bit of Stadia. That's how you do it though. That's how you showcase. That's my point. That's why to me Cyberpunk was that game, guys. For me, Cyberpunk is that game where I'm gonna be like, yo, you really hate Stadia, huh? It's like, all right, well, come over here, peep this out right here. I pull out my phone, right? And then I pull out some Cyberpunk 2077 looking wonderful on my phone. And then they're like, oh, dang. So wait, you can play a game as crazy as Cyberpunk on your phone? And at that point, how can they deny that? And then I just start playing for literally 20 seconds. Show that there's no lag, there's nothing. And literally, that's how you turn people over, man. You just showcase how awesome it is. I heard Cyberpunk is 300 gigs. No way. So I'm gonna... That's fake news. Phase, I don't think Cyberpunk's 300. There's no game that's even close to that I'm aware of. Maybe like some of those obscure games. No, it's definitely not gonna be 300. FIFA, Madden, F1, Avengers, Cyberpunk, Stadia just needs R23. What's R23? R2, but yeah, R23, RE3. Resident Evil. Is that what it is? Resident Evil? Is that what you're saying? Ooh, somebody's spinned out. Yeah, I'm gonna sit over here. Oh my god. I'm gonna sit over here. Yeah, man. Louis, all those games would be pretty sweet. Absolutely. Is Apex coming on Stadia or not? Cesar, what's up, man? Cesar Banda. That's the rumor, Cesar, that's coming out Tuesday, but we don't know for sure yet, man. I don't have that inside info, but the rumor is that Tuesday it could be very well announced that Apex is coming. If it does, I'm gonna let you know. You'll see it on this channel live. I don't trust EA till I see the announcement. They did announce it. It's been announced, Gamer Hudson. Those 3 games have been officially announced. They were announced at the last Connect. So it's literally a true announcement that those 3 games are coming. The FIFA one, you were saying, I think you and I were talking on Twitter, right? You were saying that you don't know, like, if it's coming, like, we don't know if it's the FIFA game specifically is coming day and date. And I typically will no longer assume that games are. Most of the time whatever, but either way, you could be right. Maybe it doesn't come day and date, but it is coming to Stadia. Adventures, Google should do a deal with Nintendo and sell their games on Stadia. Breath of the Wild, that'll never happen. Never. We just need FIFA 21. It's coming. Or at least FIFA 20. One of the FIFAs are coming. You're gonna do an F1 race? I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We might. Some of you guys are calling for it. Someone's gonna have to let me know in the chat if F1's been working though, because I feel like I've been hearing that it has not been working, the multiplayer races, and I kind of don't want to waste my time. I could never win him. You know, are you talking about F1, Grant? There's a race that I could never do well in. And I think I ended up at 4th the other day, and only because somebody got knocked out of the race. But yeah, F1's tough. Going into solo and time trials, I love the online leaderboards. That's really cool. I have to check that out. I don't know how much online. What I like about F1 2020 is the single player portion of it is really good for me, because going online is just it can be too erratic in terms of consistency. So I like how the single player is going to keep me busy. Spaces, I'm going to head out. See you at the Connect stream. All right, Spacey, take care, man. Thank you for coming on. XC1 for playing. I'm done for now. Awesome that every Saturday there's something to look forward to. Thank you, Sonny. Steve, thank you for all the thank you for the dono, and thank you for tweeting out the stream. Thank you for all the tweets. Thank you for showing the videos. Very, very much appreciated, Steve. Very much appreciated, man. Thank you, brother. Do you prefer torque vehicles in Grid? Touring cars are pretty awesome too. Honestly, I only play these cars really, and I only play multiplayer. I haven't dived into the single player too much. I have a couple races done, but yeah, mostly the multiplayer. Tried out GeForce Now yesterday. It's all right, but you can't get into the game as fast as you can on Stadia. Yeah, that's correct, Zen. GeForce Now is a little bit of it's not that great. The UI is a little messy. You sometimes have to like download a game. It's not great. It's not great. It's all right. It's all right. It's decent. It does work pretty well. Yeah, that's about all I could say about GeForce Now. What's up, Stadia Kingdom, man? How's it going? How are you doing, sir? That's good. That's good news. I'm getting FIFA for sure. Yeah, man. Patrick, how are you, sir? Patrick. This music has been awful today. I think I'm getting FIFA on time. It will be bigger. Most popular franchise among people who are not hardcore gamers, which is the strength of Stadia. I think so too. It's a big game. Somebody the other day, I think it was a couple weeks ago, someone convinced me, Niche, that FIFA really is a pretty big deal. I know it's a big deal, but what I questioned was would it be a system seller? And I think it could be a system seller. So I think we are getting the new FIFA. And I think we're going to see it on Stadia. And I am assuming at the moment that we are going to see FIFA day and date. Until I see otherwise, at that point, then I'll report that. But otherwise, I am assuming we're going to see it day and date. And I know that's pretty soon, right? I think FIFA comes like at the beginning of August or at the end of September. Or there's some date that it comes out every single year, from my understanding. So I'm fully expecting to see it. All right. Let's do Point de la Lima. All right, we are winding down a little bit here. No, we've already done so much Shanghai. We'll go ahead and do that one. We did Indianapolis. Let's do that newer race. Let's do this one, yeah, because this race is good. No rain though. We'll do no rain. There we go. All right, let's launch this bad boy. We still got over 30 players, so let's go. The thing with the next gen consoles is they are coming discless. Yes, some of them are. So no one wants the hassle of going out to buy the disc anymore. I only buy downloaded games now. Sell all the AAA on Stadia direct. I think that's what going forward. I mean, I think that's what developers and publishers want. They want to go completely disc free. The reselling of games, they don't want that to be a thing. Whether you agree with that or not, or whatever the case may be. But a lot of things have always been moving towards digital in terms of gaming. Cloud gaming is just the next iteration of it. And it's just going to happen. And it is what it is. And I think there'll always be a segment of base that will have their physical copies. And I think that'll exist. But I just don't see a reason why all of it just doesn't coexist, if I'm being honest. So, and like I said, cloud gaming itself, Stadia specifically, is just kind of that next future. And one that I'm fully embracing myself. Wait, is Stadia equals the Switch Pro? Yo, that's so true. Stadia is like the Switch Pro for me. I started to join in, but had to go hang close on the line. All good, Pelican. No worries. If Apex comes to Stadia, then my life is officially over. And we'll probably have to quit my job. Perfect. Then you and I can play some Apex together, Steve. That'll be a lot of fun. What the? How did that happen? The F1 My Team mode is so good. It really is, Spaghetti. It's amazing. My god, I love the F1 team mode. It's so good. I think it might be on the easy side. I might have to increase my difficulty. Far Cry 6 is coming to Stadia, another platform, in 2021. Is that officially confirmed? Have we seen a logo for that? I think they're going to announce Far Cry 6 at the presentation tomorrow. And then I think we're all pretty much expecting to see that Stadia logo right there. Jose Perez, thank you for the good stream, bro. For sure, man. And thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. Madden will be pointless on Stadia if it's not cross-play. I don't disagree with that, Laker M, and that's a really good point. And the good thing is EA has pretty much officially come out and say that they are embracing cross-platform all around. So hopefully when Madden does come, it will be cross-play. Rosen says F1 multiplayer is working for me. All right, so I'll hop in at the very end of this. I'll hop in and I'll try to do one F1, but somebody's got to get it set up, and then it's got to be quick. So if somebody sets that up towards the end of the stream. What's the best way to tune my car on the grid? That I don't know. Something I've always needed to look up, Zenarts. You might want to go into the racing Discord that's down below and ask them, or just look up something. I don't know, but I know you can definitely tailor make your car. Ron, all right, bye everyone. I'm gonna eat lunch. All right, Ron, thank you for coming on, man. Hey, Sunday, sorry not to join in tonight. I've been hard at work in the garden. Looking forward to connect with some anxiety. I hear you on that, Dave. Don't have any anxiety, though. I honestly think that, Dave, if you're watching still, I honestly think that we'll be fine. Like, if the Connect ends up not being super big, let's say the biggest thing they announced is Orcs Must Die 3. If that ends up being the case, I think we'll be good. I think they're gonna do it. I think they could do another Connect before November, like around beginning of November, around that date. So I would say hope for the best, prepare for the worst for this Connect, but we'll see what happens. I am not expecting a whole bunch, but I'm expecting some good stuff, so we'll see. Free Horizon says that last race was like a straight up death match. Yep. Don't forget to hit the like button for Sunny and subscribe. Thank you for that. My friend tried Destiny on GeForce, but it had to verify files and wouldn't load. Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about, FaZe. I have that problem too with GeForce. Sometimes the games don't work for whatever reason. Yes, Irving Solid says, do you think there will be sales on Games of the Day on Connect? Yes, Irving. I do expect sales. I expect some pretty big sales, actually. I wouldn't be surprised we see the biggest sales of the year. That's one of my predictions. Is that we're going to see a lot of game sales on the current games that we have. Reason being is I'm assuming that they have some good announcements. Maybe that is just a Orcs Must Die 3. I fully expect that they are going to have wanting people, they're expecting people to join Stadia on the 14th, maybe due to these announcements, maybe brand new people. Better way to continue to have them invest in the platform is by having amazing sales. So I fully expect to see good sales on the 14th. So yes. I already see two people playing FIFA on their mobile phones against each other like kids did with the Nintendo Switch devices in the past. Yeah, for sure. F1 wasn't working at first, but it's working now. Okay, cool, Vegas. Yo, what's up, Governor G? How's it going, man? I like Zombie Army. First time playing it on Stadia. Yo, Louis, join our Discord. Their link should be down below, the Sunny Discord. And we got Steve, who plays Zombie Army 4 all the time. He's always looking for people to play with. Hop in our Discord, man. The Wi-Fi is okay in my CCU, not optimal in placement. And I had a separate, my 2.4 and 5 gigahertz channel name, so forced it to be in 5G. Interesting. And you say you got it only working okay, Granite? I wonder how it's running for you, if you're having like lag spikes or what. What's up, Tricker? How's it going, man? Welcome to the channel. Jose, you joined the Discord. Ooh, nice, man. Thank you for joining the Discord. Much appreciated. Stadia is nice because I have a low-end PC, but my internet is shit. I'm sorry, read that. Shouldn't have read that. But my internet is poop. Governor G, get in our Discord. And people are always helping other people when people are having issues with running Stadia. What kind of internet do you run? People even in this chat will help you out. Let me know what internet. Far Cry 6 trailer leaked and it shows the Stadia logo. Okay, cool. I hope cross-platform comes to NB. I mean, Far Cry 6, by the way, is yeah, that's pretty assumed. I mean, Ubisoft, and that's why the whole Hyperscape thing is a little bit of a head scratcher at the moment, that we haven't heard anything about Stadia. Pretty much almost anything Ubi comes our way. I hope cross-platform comes to NBA 2K20. Literally, it's not gonna happen, bro. They honestly do not care about doing cross-platform. They are the laziest bunch of people I've ever seen. It's not, I don't think it's the developers who are lazy. I think they have a time constraint. I think it's the publishers, the people, the suits, who really put these dudes on a deadline. And we always get a half a game every single year on 2K21. I think that's probably what's going on. So imagine trying to do cross-platform on Stadia, a platform that's not as profitable. They're not going to put that effort. At this point, we almost just have to be happy they're even coming to Stadia. I will be shocked if I see cross-platform. I will give them their due, but I doubt we're going to see it. What's up, Alexander? How's it going, man? Welcome to the channel. Do you want me to create an F1 lobby? So I'm not going in right now, Rosen. Maybe in a little bit. I'll try some F1. I'm afraid the new Connect won't be much better than the last one. I think so too, Patrick. I think it might happen. You know what though? If we get an Apex Legends, if we get a teaser for a game, okay, let's say we get a teaser for a game, a first-party title, and then all we get is Orcs Must Die 3 as the two biggest things. I think that would be a win. If we get an Orcs Must Die 3, which we are, and we get an Apex Legends announcement, I think that'll be a win. If we don't get anything, any of those two types of announcements, like Apex Legend equivalent, like a Hyperscape or something along those lines, then yes, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. We need like one or two. I think the biggest thing is they need to show a teaser. But if they don't show a teaser, I will give them to the next Connect, if that Connect happens before the next gen release. So I'm gonna be I won't be too harsh on them, but we'll see. They could completely flop for sure. Yo, thank you, Jane, for the sub to the channel. Can you imagine Horizon Zero Dawn on Stadia? Oh my god, especially since it's be on Steam, original PlayStation exclusive too. Man, Jose, Horizon Zero Dawn is an amazing game. It's one of three PlayStation games that I played in the last couple years, and I've only played 3. I played Red Dead, I played Division, and those aren't exclusives, and then Horizon Zero Dawn. And man, oh man, it's such a good game. Absolutely, I personally would lose it if we saw like the new Horizon Zero Dawn, the next gen, get announced for Stadia, but that's not gonna happen. I don't see it. Perhaps we will see wheel support at the Connect. It would be good timing with F1 2020 just come out. So I think you can play with a wheel now. I think I've heard reports though that the latency of the wheel is not good though. But I think you can play with a wheel now. I think it'll recognize it like an Xbox controller. Correct me if I'm wrong, Racing Vets. Share Stadia says I'm level 178 in Zombie Army 4 if you ever want to play. There you go. Perfect. I didn't even know you can get up to 178. That's ridiculous. I'm excited to hear about gaming news this tomorrow and this coming week. Absolutely, Stadia Kingdom. So much for a PG stream. Don't turn it into a me. No, it's because I read a couple curse words instead of saying them out loud. I renewed my membership and need my Discord creds back. I don't think I took away your Discord creds, Steve. Thank you for renewing your membership though. I don't think I ever took it away. If Apex does come, I'll check though. I'll check. Just remind me. If Apex does come to Stadia, it needs cross progression. Yes, and it should. It should have Zenart's. If Apex does come, it will have cross progression for sure. By the way, guys, I'm going to be doing for the members of the channel, since I'm going to be doing a podcast today. By the way, I'm going to be doing a podcast in an hour and a half from now. It's a cloud gaming podcast. I am going to upload for the members an edited version of the podcast. So if you guys are interested, if you guys want to see the podcast for everybody else, if you guys want to see the podcast live, it'll be on Cloud Gaming Extreme, the Cloud Gaming Podcast. Subscribe to that channel. I'm going to be over there. Only place you can do 40 player grid is races is on Stadia. Exactly, Rouster, for sure. That's what by the way, Roster, with what you just said, the 40 player grid races can only be done on Stadia. I really hope that Google continues to incentivize to these developers to continue to implement features like a Stream Connect, but not just that. Like, imagine if Hyperscape comes out for Stadia. Imagine this, guys. Imagine Hyperscape comes out for Stadia. Maybe we don't get those integrated Twitch features for YouTube, but what if we got like a Stream Connect? I think that would be really cool. And imagine if Stadia is the only place where you can play a Hyperscape with a Stream Connect. I mean, stuff like that is what I hope we continue to see. So Google has to incentivize these developers. I don't know if they have to throw an extra bag of money their way to be like, yo, or bigger cut of their game sales, whatever the case may be. But I hope that they're doing stuff along those lines. And I hope going forward, almost any of all the games, they're being incentivized to continue to use the Stadia features. But who knows? When I say Wi-Fi is okay, sometimes it drops resolution. Oh yeah. It'll drop resolution to make up for it. That's true. Alexander says, what is this game? This is Grid. When I say something drops, but I know the CPU isn't as close, but it's good enough. Sweet. Thank you, Grant, for... Yo, Team Synthetic. So Stadia is... So Team Thank you, Grant, for modding. Thank you. Finally, some mods that mod. Oh my God. That alone excites me. So Team Synthetic doesn't like Stadia. Yo, Team Synthetic, if you're watching the channel, why do you hate Stadia? Feel free to let me know in the chat, man. I'll have a conversation with you on this channel, live in front of these people. You don't like Stadia? I hear you, man. Why don't you like Stadia? You don't got to come in the chat though, all aggressive now. Just let me know why you hate Stadia. Also, Apex Legends crossplay comes out suspiciously near the Connect for sure. I fully expect Apex to have crossplay. We need custom gamer picks on Stadia app. Yeah, you know what? That's a really good one, Jose. I haven't heard that one, but I think you're right. That would be really nice. I'd love to put my own little avatar or something on there. That way I can stand out a little bit. I would love that. I would love something that makes my profile stand out too, as like a Stadia content creator. I don't know if that's possible, but I hope they make something like that happen. I think that would be really neat. How can I join the session? Go to multiplayer session on Grid. I have the description. In the description below, I have instructions. But go to multiplayer session, find my lobby, and you should be able to join me. It's the only lobby, I think, with 40 players. You're on Grid right now? Yeah, man, get on. Come play with us. I sold my PS4 in November right before Stadia released. I'm 100% all in on Stadia. This is the future. Agreed, Steve. Good stuff. That's ridiculous because they would have been dope that 2K does that at Sunny. This is my 2K competition when it comes to basketball games. I know, man. I hear you. I hear you. We'll see if they come out with crossplay, but I honestly, they're so lazy. It's not that they're lazy. Again, I keep saying that. I think it's just they have deadlines and they just don't care. We're talking about Stadia specifically because they don't have to necessarily do crossplay on the other platforms. Though it would be nice for people to play with their friends across other platforms, but you know, if it doesn't give them more money, like evidence of more money, I don't think they want to do things. So whatever. Wait, if you buy a game on Stadia on the free tier and it supports multiplayer, do you have to play for multiplayer? No, Garrick, you do not have to play for multiplayer at all. Let's say, Garrick, that you buy a game on Stadia and you're no longer on the pro subscription. All you do is you just own the game. That's it. You can go online without paying any sort of fee. You don't have to pay a fee at all, Garrick. Not at all, man. So that's the beauty about Stadia. There's no Xbox Live Gold or the PlayStation equivalent. There's nothing like that. Is the new game for Grid? Alexander, I'm not sure what you mean. Was the new game for Grid? This is an older game on Stadia. If you're talking about F1 2020, it's from Code Masters. Ron says I play on Wi-Fi. I have Google Nest Wi-Fi and I turn on the Stadia gaming mode. Yeah, I hear that's one of the most optimal ways to play Wi-Fi. But I don't think it's necessary, but it is one of the best ways to go the Wi-Fi route. Ron has it with the Google Nest Wi-Fi. Jerry says then that's better than the console since you have to pay for multiplayer. Exactly. Yes, there is no new Grid. How do you become a member? Hit the join button, Alexander. If you hit the join button, you can become a member. Nobody has to become a member though. I'm not asking for that, but if you want to become one, you can be. You get a sweet little color badge on YouTube. You get some sweet emotes and you get some sweet stuff on YouTube as well. I don't do enough members only content. I got to do some more of it. I actually have a couple game videos that I should just upload for you guys. They're not that great, but they're something. They're videos that I never published. But they're like gameplay. I think I have Power Rangers, and then I did one of the Monster Boy. I have both those games. I should just upload them for you guys, for the members. At some point, every game is going to be on Stadia besides exclusives from PS4 and Xbox. They're loaded with money and is the future. We'll see. I don't disagree with you for sure, Steve. I don't like Stadia. I canceled because of latency. I went back to PS4, way much better. I prefer a console. Yo, Andres, if you ever have any issues with your that you want to try to work out, if you decide you want to go back and try Stadia, feel free to hop in our Discord, Andres, and we'll try and help you out. You can reach out on Twitter too, and maybe we can put a community-wide tweet, Andres. And I don't mind personally. Maybe even something I can solve. I don't mind trying to help you figure out why you're having latency. So let me know, man. But I hear you, man. Sometimes Stadia just doesn't work for people. And I wouldn't say don't judge Stadia just yet. See if we can troubleshoot it. But I hear you. 22 players max on F1. That's correct. Yep. F1 is too expensive for me at the moment. It is a little bit pricey. What's your take on free to play? I'm almost catching up. Hold on, I'll get to that question here in a bit. Do you by chance play Destiny 2 on Stadia? What's up, Jose? No, I don't play Destiny on Stadia. Destiny, I can never get into Destiny, man. But we do have some members in our Discord who do play Destiny. We have Victor. He's a pretty big Destiny fan. But no, I don't play Destiny. Oh my god, this racing's amazing. I don't play Destiny. Why do you ask though? If you have any questions, I might be able to answer. But no, I don't play Destiny. Destiny, by the way, I did hop on it the other day, and it looks great. Such a good-looking game still on Stadia. It runs great. I'm like, oh, I was having a little bit of fun. I was doing it for a video, but Destiny 2 is still an awesome game. I used to play D2 all the time when Stadia first released. There's just been so many other games since then. Yeah, I know. Yes, my name is Sunnyside if you guys want to add me. Another hidden benefit to Stadia is the free online. You should include that in your vid. Uncane, I do have it. I do talk about it in videos. I have talked about it. It's one of the things that I always like to highlight. Do Twitch subscribers get any perks? So Rouster, yes. Since Twitch is a whole different platform, what I'm going to do is the giveaways. if you're a Twitch subscriber, you're going to be entered in my giveaways as a paid supporter of the channel. So you are entered in the giveaways in about 10 days, less than 10 days. YouTube doesn't let me just like give member status to people for fun, unfortunately. So but for Twitch, yes, you are entered in the giveaways. Garrick says, are you married, Sunny? Yes, I am. Been married for 2 years. Yep, we just hit 2 years. F1 may be pricey, but it's worth it. It is. It's so good. Can you put a link in your chat for what? For Discord? Maybe somebody can, if somebody can help me out with that. All right. It looks like I'm almost caught up. Yep, looks like I am caught up. But the problem with the Nest Wi-Fi is each node halves the bandwidth, so it's great coverage and optimization, but terrible if you have slow Wi-Fi to begin with. I mean, that may, if you don't have Wi-Fi to begin with, then I mean that's the root of your problem right away, isn't it? So I mean, I hear you on that. Google should start launching commercials to promote Stadia. Yo, Kenshi, I think what's going on with that, by the way, somebody mentioned free to play earlier. I'll get to that question here in a second, but I think what's going on with Stadia and the fact that you don't see as many ads is that I think they realized when they went really heavy on the ads back in November, December, and they realized kind of the mess that was because they did that with so many features missing, so many things not really working. A lot of the games launched and they just weren't running super great. They didn't have, you know, the greatest visuals. I think they realized their mistake, and I think that they're going to heavily advertise again, but it won't be until they get most of everything fleshed out. So I would expect to see some heavy, maybe in the next 3 months. I wouldn't be surprised you start to see some heavy ads here pretty soon, just right before the launch of the new gen. I really hope they launch Anthem 2.0 on Stadia. Yo, that would be pretty cool. I heard about that 2.0, that they're kind of re-kicking off the game. It's not cool that F1 2020 was 60 in the US, but 70 euro in Europe instead of 60. I paid 80 euro for the deluxe, and I have zero regrets. Dang, that really sucks. Yeah, that sucks. I don't know why the pricing is just different like that. Every Stadia hater always says that Wi-Fi is expensive, but then they combine that with Stadia and say it's more expensive in the long run. They say that Wi-Fi is expensive, and then they combine that with Stadia and say it's more expensive in the long run. Yeah, there's definitely some misconceptions about how internet and how that affects your game, like your pricing of the game and all that. And I have counters for that. So if anybody ever says that to me, I'll just be honest about it. But it's definitely overly used. Man, oh man. All right, how many people? We got a couple people. I don't know if we could do 3 races though. All right, we'll real quick. We'll just do this. Let's do this real quick, because we are starting to run out of time a little bit. We'll just play for a little bit longer, and then I will hop out. Every time I log into the Weather Network, I have an ad telling me to open Stadia. Yeah, there's some of us that get a lot of ads. So when I talk about ads for Stadia, though, I'm talking about fresh ads, real ads, not kind of like those 5-second ads, because I know what you're talking about. You're talking about those really short ads that just kind of talk about Stadia in general. I think they need a fresh set of ads for Stadia that really talk about what Stadia is about, what benefits it has. Obviously, it has to be in a small 15-second window, 20, 30-second window, but I really think that they need to get on that, and I think they will. Do you know why they haven't added Stadia in stores like Walmart or Target or Best Buys? Kenshi, I don't know why they haven't put like controllers and stuff like that, but honestly, I think you're gonna see it soon. Why they haven't up to this point, not sure. I think they've rolled out tests in certain places, like Best Buy I think had like a test for it. So I think it's just a matter of time. Maybe, like I said, they're still trying to flesh out some things and really get this, like maybe having like a really great game, like a good game to showcase on Stadia would be, like I said, a Cyberpunk, maybe a Marvel Avengers, and maybe they're just kind of waiting for those circumstances. I don't know, we'll see. But hopefully we do start to see it in stores. Joined for a few games earlier and stuck around for the conversation while I did some things around the house. Thanks for putting these grid races for sure, Rebel. Thank you for the comment, man, and thank you for watching, Rebel. Much appreciated, and thank you for that comment. It means a lot. I've never seen an ad for Stadia, but because I have YouTube Premium. Oh yeah, yeah. The ads that I see are on Stadia. I ripped on Stadia when they released their launch trailer because of the bunch of crap of the electric air, and it was so ridiculous. Yeah, it was really dumb. I agree. I hope we'll soon get ads with a Stadia share link. Exactly, Dave. That's a really good point. A Stadia, a freaking state share link would be really cool to see. Stadia is way cheaper in the long run. I have 22 games. See, imagine this though, guys. Imagine they do an ad for Stadia, and you see it on your phone, but they don't. Sometimes when you click those links, they don't actually put you straight in the game. What if they did a link at the end of it, where they showed a link, and then they had it to where it was clickable as well, and you get straight into a demo of a game, not an actual like game, but a demo, and it's something that can be used with touch controls if you have a controller, or if you have, you know, it detects your input, whatever the case may be, and that would be amazing. And I think you're gonna see that, but you know, give it time. Stadia is way cheaper in the long run. I have 22 games and I paid $10 for so far. And if I buy Pro for 2 years, it's only the price of 4 brand new games. That's a really good point, Kane. Well said. I thought I would prefer the career mode until I went to time trials. So you really like those time trials, huh? Can you imagine Google partnering with Nintendo to host their games? I mean, that'd be cool, but I don't think Nintendo's kind of lame. They're not going to do that. First, there is no advertisement even by Google. On the other side, there's less than they can sell because they wouldn't be able to sell at games and market because of all those versions are just digital. Are you talking about, Patrick, like the physical stuff in stores? I think they could market like controllers. Like I said earlier in the stream, like an Elite controller would be really cool. Maybe some dedicated Stadia controller, keyboard and mouses would be really cool as well. They definitely up their marketing strats now, though. I think they've been learning, but they still have some ways to go. Jem, thanks. Gotta go. Have a good one, Jem. Thank you for coming on the stream, man. Appreciate it. So free-to-play titles. I did want to touch on free-to-play titles real quick. Free-to-play titles, I've said this a bunch of times. I'm going to continue to say it. I said this the other day as well, so I apologize if you're hearing a repeat of me. Basically, my thoughts haven't changed on this. I think they need to have a title that showcases exactly like I just said a second ago, a demo, something that lets you get to experience Stadia without having to input a credit card of any kind, without having to worry about signing up for Pro, having to cancel something. I think they have to have something, and I think a free-to-play title would be the way to go. Now, if you run demos, it's kind of the same thing, guys. Just keep that in mind. If you run a demo, the difference between a demo is that it'll be timed, so I get it. So, like, if you run a demo, you're still going to run off a server. So a lot of people like to argue with me and say that, you know, if you do a free game, then they're accessing this powerful equipment for free. How can they get something for free when I'm paying for it? Just keep in mind, if you don't get people on Stadia, if you don't get people actually trying the service, they're never going to buy into the service. If they don't buy into the service, if we don't get people buying into the service, then we can get developers and publishers more on board to develop more games. So no offense to anybody that uses the argument, and I'll always listen to you guys, but if you argue with me that you don't want people to access servers for free, I don't know what to tell you other than come up with a better idea that makes it extremely simple for people to try Stadia. Because right now, the biggest misconception, I said it earlier in this stream, the biggest misconception with one of the biggest, I shouldn't say the biggest, but one of the biggest, because there's a million misconceptions. One of the biggest misconceptions about Stadia is that there is a lot of latency, and if there's gamers that get to try this out and they get to see how smooth this runs, then they can see for themselves and they can feel better about investing in this platform. So that was my thoughts on free-to-play. Somebody was asking me earlier, and there you go. So I think free-to-play titles should be a thing on Stadia, and yeah, and just keep in mind that the people who pay for the cosmetics and all that, there's people who spend so much money on that they typically cover. Like, there's a reason Fortnite makes What did they make? I think I saw it like they made in the month of April like 400 million. I mean, there's nobody had to buy into Fortnite and they made 400 million. So do you guys get what I mean? So I get it though. It's a little different. It's not the same idea because, you know, you're accessing equipment, you're accessing servers. I get it. It's not the same, but you got to find a way to get people on Stadia. So like I said, if people can come up with better ideas, go for it. Yo, what's up, Sebastian? How's it going? A lot of people look at the Stadia library and don't care much for the games, but I've actually learned about so many interesting games just by giving it a chance on Stadia Pro. Exactly, Free Horizon. I've seen a lot of cases of people who have played games, indie games, but more specifically, and they've never thought they would enjoy an indie game, and then they play some of those indie games and they're really good. So I totally get what you mean. David says, what about digital codes people can buy with cash and equip it and put it into Stadia? I think they should do something like that. I mean, as us creators, we already have access. We do get access to codes to cover games. Like on my birthday stream that I'm going to have in 7 or 8 days, I'm going to give away 5 games. I have 5 codes for 5 games to give away. And so it's possible. And I think it would be cool to kind of gift games that way. A 3 to 6 12-month payment plan for Stadia with discount insensitive rather than monthly. I do think they need to come up with more plans along those lines. A yearly subscription would be really nice. I would probably buy into it myself, and I think it would be in their benefit to go that route. So I'm not sure what they're waiting on. They're at the sleep they're sleep at the wheel at the moment on that, and they really need to get on that one, in my opinion. They should give any user a free trial for about 1 day for any game they have already released on Pro. That's a good idea. Give it 24 hours. Give it 48 hours. 24 hours, 48 hours, I think would be pretty cool. Latency is just another form of denial. I mean, there was somebody in the chat. Well, where was he? He was here 40 minutes ago, and he said that he tried Stadia. It wasn't even 40. I think it was like 20 minutes ago. He said he tried Stadia, but he went back to his PS4. I have nothing bad to say to him. There is people who do try Stadia, and it doesn't work great for them. And, you know, that sucks. And I would love to help them if they're looking to try to fix their Stadia. But with that said, it's going to happen. Some people are going to say there's latency. They're going to try it out. At least they gave it a shot, though. That's like all I ask for, really. What I can't stand are the people who come into my chat like we just had earlier and somebody say Stadia sucks. They probably never tried Stadia, and it's kind of like, you'll come on, dude, you know. I would pay annually. So would I would definitely pay annually as well. Steve says, and then that person can choose to sign up or not, but a lot of people don't realize that you need to be on 5G or sometimes even wired. They just need to relay that info properly. Yep, I agree. There's a lot of information that people don't understand about Stadia specifically, even cloud gaming, but Stadia specifically too. But some people are able to run Stadia even on 4G, so even 5G is not necessary in some cases. Uncane says, or Patrick says, but if you don't like these games, you are paying still too much for nothing. Worth is always depending on personal preferences. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Patrick. I'm just hoping on Apex or Hyperscape launches on Tuesday with crowd play included. Please, that would be so sweet. Let's hope, man. I know I would be hyped personally. I'm just hoping, or I already read that. There better be some new sales on Monday or Tuesday. I think there will be, Neil. I think you're going to see some new sales on Tuesday. That's one of my predictions. We're going to see some good game sales here soon. Are you planning on just chatting midweek? I'm going to try and get a few people in. Got to convince them to at least try Stadia. I don't think I'm going to do... See, like this week's tough because of the Connect. Tuesday, I'm assuming a lot of information is going to come out. So I'm assuming I have to churn out a ton of videos, Grant. So I don't know if I can do it this Wednesday, but I know that I'm probably going to be on Twitch Monday and Wednesday. But maybe the following week I'll be back on Wednesday. I'll be on YouTube on Wednesday doing like a let's chat or just chatting. So might not be for another week plus. Look, man, I had caught up with the chat and I'm back to not being caught up. I think the big summer sale will start Tuesday. I think so too. I think we're gonna get a big summer sale on Tuesday, and it might not even be announced at the Connect. I think we're just gonna see it in the store. And then maybe like the day after they'll announce it on like a community update. I also have 2 devices in which I never get stable connection, even if I pull them directly next to the Wi-Fi. Don't ask me. Well, there we go. I mean, Patrick's a Stadia believer, and even he has his issues. Doesn't work for me on a 2.4. Can you? Yeah, I already. Alexander, go ahead and feel free to add him to Stadia, guys. Add him to your friends list. How could the Stadia controller connect wireless to a phone with 4G or 5G Bluetooth or 5G connecting? I'm not sure if you can do that. I definitely know you can't do it Bluetooth. You might not be able to because it might need direct Wi-Fi, David. So you might have to play with like another controller to run off of 4G. I mean, they said free to play games releasing regularly. No, but the keyword is regularly, so there would be a drop once in a while. Yeah, for sure. I've had really interesting conversations with PC gamers about Stadia, and my friends would be least willing to try it for solo games. I think for some people they think online games won't run well. Yeah, Artie, that's the thing. They think that and that's the thing, Artie. Well said, because as a PC gamer myself, my biggest worry was that there would be lag, there would be latency, it would be fully present, and I wouldn't be able to enjoy the games, especially in an online format, as in a Overwatch, for example, or you know, a Valorant, or you know, all these like I'm just giving examples of online games that have multiplayer. And that was my biggest thing as a PC gamer. I thought you will be able to see the latency. Guess what? I have been playing on Stadia for the last 7 months, Artie. I don't notice any latency whatsoever. And that is what has sold me on Stadia. The number one thing that has sold me, because I thought I would see latency, I thought I'd see lag, and I haven't seen it. And that is what I would tell other fellow PC gamers. I'm talking PC gamers. I'm not talking about console players, because I think console players are not open no matter what. So I think they're in their own little bubble. But PC gamers, I know for a fact would be a little more open, because what cloud gaming does is it lets you be mobile. And for me as a PC gamer, I've always wanted to have the opportunity to play my games in a mobile fashion. Which is why I like the Switch for a bit, but the Switch is so weak. It's so frustrating. Everything runs like crap. That's worth like any AAA titles. It's a great indie console. That's what it's good. And for Mario games, and I'm not a fan of Mario games, so I'm waiting for mobile data support to arrive so I can fool around, so I can fool my school 8s, and then I'm running Destiny 2 on hardware. Not many people know what Stadia is, so it'll be easy for full. Nice. That's one way to do it too. Just like play Stadia and don't even tell them you're playing Stadia. The big issue I have with the 2.4 is that the Bluetooth also uses 2.4. Oh, I see. So you are going to see that. You are going to feel some of that latency. First time racing, loving Stadia. That's awesome, Jim. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the races, man. Sonny, you've been driving on grass this whole race. Yeah, I can't. I'm having a hard time chatting with you guys and racing. You know what is crazy now is people want to join Stadia Pro. I mean, Stadia Pro's always been pretty good deal, so I'm not surprised. They can now get 20 games for free. I know. Yeah, there's gonna be even more games coming up here on Tuesday. Is there any genre where cloud gaming is not as good as PC? Sunny Cloud Gaming. What genre? No. There's no genre, JDR. The reason why there's no genre that's not, and I'm not saying this because like I like cloud gaming. The reason why there's no genre that's not as good as is because you can play. See, that's the thing. There's genres that are not good on consoles, no matter how hard you try to get the controller right. What comes to mind are games like Civ, which they're not too bad because I've played Civ on the Switch, but they're still not better than like the PC and like controlling things with a mouse and keyboard. So the beauty with Stadia is, JDR, is that you can do both. So a good game on Stadia, to give you an example, that has that's not as good, in my opinion, with a controller is Football Manager 2020. Football Manager is awful with a controller. I know people who do play Football Manager. I think a couple weeks ago or a week ago, somebody was watching this stream saying they were playing Football Manager in their store. I don't know if they're still watching, but it's not a great game to play with a controller. But that's one of the things that I love about Stadia is how versatile it is. So no, there is no games, because you can do anything with Stadia. You can play with a keyboard and mouse. You can play with a controller. Clive says I'm doing terrible in these races. It's all good. I'm not even racing. A lot of people's arguments are that you need to pay full price for games, but last month I bought Borderlands. That drives me nuts, Zen. I hear you on that. A lot of people think Stadia is more expensive. It's not more expensive. It's not cheaper than anything else. I'll say that. It's just not. That's the misconception, that it's not, that it's more, that the games are more expensive, which doesn't make any sense, because games that come on sale, the prices are competitive in that regards. So I pretty much buy all my games on sale as well, unless I have to cover them for the channel. And I couldn't agree with you more on that. It's not a good argument. It's a misconception. Once again, another misconception that Stadia has, that the games are just more expensive. Not true. The only thing is Steam. If somebody argues that the PC gaming and PC games are cheaper, then yes. Steam sales tend to be insanely cheap. You can do things like buy keys off websites. I don't recommend doing that. It's really bad to do that. But you can theoretically play your games much cheaper as a PC gamer, but you also pay for the hardware with a PC. So I'm in the same boat. I loved it so far. Granted, I have great internet connection. I haven't tried many online games. I've just been enjoying the solo campaign games. Sweet, man. I never had any problems on Stadia Ethernet. I do have to admit, I'm in the IT business, so I have pro equipment at home. Yeah, and that's a good point, Sebastian. I mean, I have really good internet too. I have internet that most people aren't going to have, and that's for a reason. I mean, I use internet all day, every day, so I have extremely fast internet. So it's true. I don't have any problems. I don't have any latency, but I do recognize that I do have speeds. But by the way, I get people every single week on this stream alone in my comments saying that they run Stadia on the lowest of settings, even below what the recommended are, and that they run it great. So you get a bit of everything. Thank you for the $4.99. I'm just seeing this right now. Thank you for that dono. Vegas Night, man. Thank you for that. I'm just seeing that right now. Thank you for that dono. Thanks. Just popped up. Thank you, Vegas. Much appreciated. Trying to catch up with the chat. What do you think about Stadia's success? What do you think Stadia's success could mean for Chrome OS? Cloud computing in general. If they could get Adobe software as cloud hardware services, I see this becoming norm, much less. Absolutely, Basin. There's some crazy stuff going on right now. There it is. Thank you for that dono. My little avatar with his shock face. I love it.
Thanks, Sunny. Always a great time.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Vegas. I like how she talks. I like that I implemented that. I don't even know why I tried to race. Terrible. It's over. Like you were saying, Basin, I don't think it'll be huge. Some of the stuff that they're coming out with, man, some of the like you said, the cloud computing, some of the stuff is just insane. And honestly, it's all that what you just talked about is why I continue just even have more confidence. The more and more I learn about all this tech, the more I get excited for this channel, for like all the coverage I'm gonna do, for all the fun I'm gonna have in the future, Basin. So that's why I keep telling people, if you're down about Stadia, don't be. We're on the cusp. We're at the front door right now with something pretty insane. But we do get impatient, so I fully understand getting frustrated with certain aspects. I'm a console gamer, but I'm more excited about Stadia than next gen. Nice, Garrick. That's awesome to hear. You can at least try for a month. All the free games to play for free. That's the thing, Grant. Some people don't even want to. They don't even want to sign up for that $8.99, like you said. And so I think Stadia needs to find a way to even bypass that $8.99. Even if you get that first month free, they don't want to go through that trouble. So they got to find a way to launch these games. I definitely suffer from the small latency on some shooters with mouse and keyboard. I don't suffer any latency, man. That's where I would say PC is better for me. Oh, you're talking about... I read that as that you do have latency with mouse and keyboard. Uncan says, I'm not a fan of Mario. It's not... I don't hate Mario. I just don't... I'm not like a fanboy of it. I don't hate Mario though. I played the Mario games when I was a child. It was the very first game I ever played as a child was Mario. I don't have some affinity for it. Stadia is really good for games like Destiny 2 or ESO that require internet regardless, so not having to download games. Honestly, Stadia is good for everything, man. I haven't seen something that Stadia is not good for. Whether a game is a single player game that doesn't require internet, but you have to be on internet because you're on Stadia. Honestly, there's nothing that I can think of where just Stadia I mean, the only thing that I can say is multiplayer games that require community but don't have it is the downside, which is why those games hopefully come with cross-platform. But that's just a matter of the platform still needing to grow, and hopefully we get to that point. So I don't think I'm going to have time for F1 today, so just letting you guys know. But I'm going to do a let's chat right here and talk to you guys before I leave. I was expecting shooters to be terrible on Stadia, but I've been playing Destiny, Doom, and Metro without even thinking about it. Exactly, JDR. Exactly. I never thought I'd give my Xbox up. I hear ya. I'm only sometimes playing the exclusives. I played The Last of Us 2 for 3 hours and gave up. Really? Why did you give up so quick? Okay, I'm going to exit out of here. This was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for joining with me. I'm going to hop out of here. I'm going to go to a let's chat. I'm going to talk with you guys for a little bit. I'm not going to have time because I do need to. I'm going to be doing a podcast in an hour. But I want to talk with you guys for a little while, if you guys don't mind. Just for like 5-10 minutes. Get up my microphone. Wait, I'm not in the shot. There we go. There we go. There's my microphone. All right. The Stadia secret sauce is its fan value. When Google works in collection editions, pre-order for Stadia. Wait, what? When Google work in collections editions? Oh, well, they have pre-orders for Stadia. Is that what you're asking, Alberto? They've started to do that a little bit. I think I don't know what's going on with that, because we had the deluxe edition of F1, but we haven't had like pre-orders yet. So I'm not sure what's going on. That's got to be on the Google side though, in terms of the store. So hopefully they get that going. PC, it's cool, but the key is the fan base and why we need to stay on Stadia. For sure, man. Jim Wilson, I'm in the UK and I'm running Stadia on a slow connection because that's all we get and it runs pretty well. That's awesome, Jim. That's awesome. We got a lot of gentlemen, a lot of ladies from the UK on the channel. I hear about all your guys' internet all the time. Seems like it's pretty up and down. Some people got some decent stuff, some people don't. I hope Stadia make a collection edition for Final Fantasy VII and I get the Cloud Sword collection. That would be pretty neat. I hope we see Final Fantasy VII on Stadia. That'd be a good one. With touch controls, even my cat can play. So nice. Nice. I'm not in the shot today. Not in the camera. The video games, the more than the games is fan services and fandom for your platform. Google needs a genius in that for sure, man. ESO is confusing, and I was at Epic Skyrim. ESO's not that confusing, man. Pretty straightforward. Stadia has made me try the mouse and keyboard. It kind of feels weird to play FPS games with a controller. Really? So you converted from the controller to the keyboard and mouse. That's good, man. You upgraded, trust me. No offense. I know the majority of you guys use a controller. I can't stand playing FPS games with a controller. I essentially refuse to play the game. I'll do it if I have to do it for a video, but I won't play a game I just don't have fun playing with a controller. Unless the auto aim is so strong like in Red Dead. The auto aim is ridiculously overpowered in that game. If it's that good, then I guess it doesn't matter. I'm in the minority who really loves exclusives so far, but a lot of people don't like them. I don't know why. Well, we need exclusives. We need exclusives. You know what it is that I'm too. There we go. We need exclusives, I think, on Stadia to really get some people on here. So thanks, Sunny. Always a pleasure racing with you. For sure, Lox. Thank you for joining. Google needs to buy a small game developer like. Yeah, they've done that already in tandem. They bought Typhoon Studios. They've been working with the small developers, so they've been doing that. Clive, good to catch you later. Good to race with you off this stream. Yeah, for sure. Guys, check out Clive's channel, Lord Kensel channel after this if you want to check out his channel. I think there's some people who are doing some F1 racing. I'm going to give you guys some links here in a little bit to check out a couple people. I really appreciate you guys watching today here. I'm going to stick with you guys for a couple more minutes though before I leave. I always thought Alberto, Destiny 2 is currently on pre-order. There you go. I always thought my connection was bad, but that was simply because PS4 downloads are just slow in general. Stadia runs fine. PS4 downloads are a joke, dude. They're so bad. You have no idea. Maybe if games come... Wait, what? I always thought... Oh, you deleted your message. I was wondering why I couldn't read it. People on SO are so serious, kind of put me off. It's, yeah, MMORPG. People are going to get serious. People are going to get serious. It is what it is. Henry, take care, man. Have a good one. Wish you all the best, Sonny. Always pleasure. Thank you, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I really appreciate it. Before I hop off, though, I am going to be streaming on Tuesday the live stream connect, the Stadia Connect. Please be there for that. Come hang out with me. I'm going to be here live. I'm going to be starting the stream early. I will have a link up for it. We got a couple people streaming that I want you guys to check out before I head out. I really appreciate all the donos as well as all the members of the channel. Actually, real quick, before I leave, I do want to give a shout out. We got a new member and all the current members as well as all those who are subbing to me on Twitch. If you sub to me on Twitch as well, you are going to be entered in the giveaways for my birthday. I'm going to be doing giveaways for both the members and the subscribers on YouTube. Jack Deslipe became a member 3 days ago, and he was a Cloud Knight too, which is really cool. I think that's like the $5 tier. I'm gonna have some exclusive content for the members here too. For the subscribers, like I said, we're gonna be doing some giveaways for you guys on my birthday. We're gonna give out one item, and I think maybe 2 games and maybe 3 games or maybe 4 games. Haven't thought about it yet. I'm gonna try to get more games, so stay tuned for that birthday stream. I'll let you guys know about that. Like I said, Tuesday. Thank you for the donations today. JUT, Share, Lord of the Jungle in Vegas. Thank you guys for all that patronage. Is that the word? No. What's the word? I don't know. Either way, let me go ahead and give you guys some links for some stuff. I really appreciate you guys coming out today. So we got F1 Racing right there with Scan. If you guys want to check him out, we got if you guys don't want to check out Scan and his F1 Racing, we got Lord Kensel. He's doing his thing as well. Looks like he was waiting for me to finish. There's his stream. And then we have Link, who's streaming Assassin's Creed Odyssey. These are all Stadia streamers. Give them some love, boys, ladies and gents. I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see me in about 50 minutes, I'm gonna be doing a podcast on cloud gaming, a stream. Also check out the racing Discord down below. I'm gonna head out. Thank you for all the love that you guys have given me today. I will see you guys here on Tuesday and Monday on Twitch. Have a good one, guys. Peace. Take care. Check out those streamers. I'm gonna head out. Have a good one.